friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and today we're making baked beans. But I'm trying to make it on the wood stove. In an ash oven. Okay, our navy beans have been rinsed and soaked and simmered, and I'm just going to drain them and we'll be right back. I'm just kind of getting tired of using the crock pot, and I don't want to let my oven cook all day. This is a I've cleaned and seasoned my little Dutch oven here. So what we're going to do is put a little bit of fat on the bottom here. It's still warm because I had it sitting on the wood stove. I'm going to take that bit of ham fat. We're going to dump our beans in here. And our ham. Nice handful of onions. Lots of onion. A couple of handfuls of onions. Let's give this all a stir. Alright. Give it a good generous squirt of mustard. This is my homemade ketchup. And I'm going to put some of that on there. Let's just give it all on there. And now, I forgot to take the molasses out of the fridge, and we're just going to drizzle molasses on top. One more squirt of mustard for all that sweetness. On goes the lid, and this lid is really tight fitting. Okay, so don't you worry about this. Okay, this is my big stock pot. You gotta do this in the morning, or it won't, because I can't do this in my wood stove because the wood stove's too small, and I need my fire to keep the house warm. So I'm gonna take some ashes here, and I'm just going to put these right in the bottom of my, you want a good 6 inches of ashes to protect the pot. I thought about doing this right in the ash bucket, but the thought of trying to empty that and still have, clean. All right, so now I'm going to go into the wood stove, and because I need to clean it out anyway, hot coals, baby, hot coals, and we're just going to clean out the wood stove of hot coals. Not all of them. It's hot over here because I want to load up my wood stove again. All right? So here, we're just going to rest this right down inside. Now I'm going to leave the handle just resting like that. More hot coals. See, I learned a long time ago when I had the door on my wood stove crack that you could settle a fire at night just by covering it with ashes. Oh, that's hot. And we're just going to bury this, just as if we were on an outdoor fire. Just like that. We're just going to clean out the wood stove. We have to leave some coals to get our fire going again for the rest of the day. Now, that's buried, we don't want to smoke the house out. So we're going to put a lid on it. And then I'm going to move it over to the other side of the wood stove. I'm going to put a brick on this lid to keep it, ow, that's hot. Nice and tight. Now I ended up putting this on top of the stove, and I don't know if this stayed hot enough or not. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? And if these aren't baked, then we'll have to put them in the oven. I'm going to shovel some of this stuff off. I'll be right back. Well, I've made a heck of a mess of the fireplace. Let's see. Oh, I got ashes in my baked beans. I got most of the ashes out. So, these aren't baked at all. They're hot, but they're not really cooked like baked beans. So I'm going to throw these in the oven on about 350 for about 40 minutes. Okay, let's get our baked beans out of here. And if they're not cooked by now, well then, I don't know what to tell you, my love. I tried. Ooh, heat. Oh. All right, cross your fingers. Ooh, they're sizzling. Let's see. They still feel, I wonder if I soaked them overnight. Catastrophic failure. Guess what? I'm gonna put them in the crock pot overnight, and now I gotta make something else for Howard for supper. Now, I gotta tell you folks, between the wood stove and the crock pot, these beans have been baking for 2 days. And they are amazing. So you know what? I got my last pack of Kirkland bacon out of the freezer. We're gonna have baked beans and bacon on toast for supper. Okay, so Howard's gonna be home any minute. Now, some people just pour it right into a can, but I like to strain my bacon fat through a little sieve. That's pure gold. We call this country butter. As that bacon's done, we do the beans. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Alrighty. Howard's about to pull in the driveway. Almost crispy bacon. There we go. I'll freeze the rest. I won't try canning it, it's too heavy. Now I have to admit, I won't use ham next time. I might use ham fat, but I won't use cubed ham. It dried out in this long cooking process. I'm gonna take the ham out just because it gave it flavor, but it's dry and stringy. Gracie can have that later. Look at that. Beautiful. Oscar worthy. So this is my 2-day baked beans on toast with bacon. I got a migraine. I'm keeping it simple tonight.
Awesome.
So it got a smoky flavor. I think it's the ashes.
Did you butter the bread?
Yeah, I did with country butter.
All right then.
Thanks, dear. This is Mrs. Wolfe from our half-acre homestead saying, sometimes when it's 25 below and the snow is as high as your boobs, it's time for home-baked beans and bacon on toast. Just nothing else will do. Take care, God bless.